So the first thing you'll need to do is create a form that matches the template that you sent me. This I have a dream speech, and this I have a dream poem, and I'm just going to create a couple of these. So the first one is that I can, and we're going to make it a short answer, and then it's that my family, short answer, that my friends, short answer. And you can add the other pieces, like the title up here that says I have a dream, and you know, that's not a question type, so that when the kids see it, they can fill in their answer. So now how do we get it to generate a poem like the example that you sent me? So over in a new Google Doc, I'm going to say this form is called I have a dream poem. Now I'm going to open a new Google Doc, and what we're going to do is we're going to create the poem, what the finished product should look like without the students' words. So the title, then that I can. So this is where you want their answer to appear. So we're going to use these tags. We're going to go back to the form, and we want the answer from this question right here, that I can. So you have to copy and paste that exactly as you typed it in your form, that I can, end it with the tag, that my family, new tag, and just to make sure that I have the questions exactly as written, that my friends, because I use capitals and probably not the way that you want to use them, and then the tags. So now maybe I don't want that bold. Maybe I want a place for the student's name down at the bottom and let's say I'm going to make a tag called name. So back in my form, I need to make sure that I have a name where they insert it. And it can be anywhere on the form. What we're going to use Form Publisher. What we're going to do with Form Publishers, it's just going to look for where you have that question in the form. So there's my name and part of my poem. So now I'm going to save this as I have a dream template, because that's just what I do. So I know that this is the template. So you can go in here now and you can add pictures, you can add borders. Basically whatever you put in here is going to be generated every time a student hits submit. So now that I have that, I'm going to go back to my form, and over here on add-ons, I'm going to choose Form Publisher, and if you haven't already added that on, you'll need to add that on. And I'm just going to walk through the steps. So do I already have a template? Yes. And it's a document. And so now it's going to let me choose. And because it's something that I just worked on, it's going to show up first. So now I have that. So it says 1 marker matching 3 questions not in template. So let me try this again. You can push this little refresh. So when I click on it, there's no marker in your template matching those questions. Well, there is. So let me see what that is. So here's where you have to go and make sure that everything you typed is exactly as it was listed on the form. And maybe it's getting confused because of these ellipses. So let me try taking those out of here and in the form. So that my family. Okay, and I can have both of those open. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to refresh this. Oh, so now it must have been those ellipses. So now all four markers are matching, which means this form is connected to that Google Doc and those answers will go where we want them to go. So I'm going to push next. Do I already have a drive folder? I don't. So here's where you can make one. And this might and they just created one for me, which is totally fine. So here's how we want to name them. So every time someone pushes submit, how is that file going to be named? So it could, right now it's going to be named template title. So it's going to say, I have a dream poem, and then number 1, number 2, whichever order they put it in. So I think if we change this to name, it will pull the student's name or whatever they type in that text box. So I'm going to say, save it as I have a dream poem, and then whatever their name is, and next. And who has access? That should just be you. I don't need to notify people via email. So I'm going to say done. And so now let's try it. And you can try it from here, or you can just try it from a preview. So if I say my name is Christy, I have a dream that I can do the change, that my family is loving, that my friends are kind, just to give you an idea. So now when I hit submit, nothing's going to happen for the person who just filled that form out. But now if you go to your Google Drive, and I should have, here's my form publishers folder. So here's my template. Oh, there it is. That is my template. So because my document is called I Have a Dream Template, so in my Google Drive, it's I Have a Dream Template, Christy. So if I open that up, now I've got my poem. So that's how you can make a form generate something that's kind of a printable form. So you can add, like I said, you can add graphics, you can add text. Whatever you have here connected to the form on your template is what's going to show up for the students. Okay, let me know if you need help. This is really cool. I love this idea.